Pick that up.
You started.
All right.
You got my turn.
Well,
Who's?
That's hers.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey.
What are we gonna film in?
yeah.
Yeah,
What's
it's filming
happening?
right now.
What are we doing?
It's filming right now.
Me.
What?
I'm only gonna be on
Everything
film,
you're saying is recorded.
and then we'll hear you talk. So your voice may be on film tonight.
I can't.
Oh, now you're gonna be quiet, very quiet.
She told me.
Okay. So tonight,
I'm so pleased they come. They make me happy.
tonight we're gonna talk about marriage.
Marriage.
Everybody in here is ready for marriage, right?
No.
No.
Marcy,
Are you kidding me?
Marcy's not.
No.
Marcy's not. Dalton's not.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Where's
Brittany,
Tegan?
you can't get married till you're 62 still.
What are they doing?
Amber, you ready to get married?
That's only the one rule I will break.
Okay. Now, who watched Duck Dynasty last night?
I did not.
I didn't know it was
I turned my cable off.
You didn't. Some of us didn't know it was on. Some of us watched. Some of us watched it. Some of us weren't even thinking. Who knows what last night's episode was?
No, I didn't.
We didn't watch it.
I don't
You
know
didn't
what it
watch
was,
it?
but it had Jesus in it. It
Oh
always
yes,
did.
it did. You're right. It did
And they
have
never
Jesus
say
in
cuss
it.
words.
There was no cuss words in it.
And Cy always says, Jack.
Jack, I guarantee he said that
Yeah,
once.
there you go.
And I
We
guarantee,
guarantee you that Uncle Si said Jack.
And I guarantee you that the old guy said,
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, Phil was like,
Papa Phil.
Did they go to church?
Or no, what's that slow
Last
guy?
night they had
Mountain
a
Man.
wedding. They had John Luke's wedding at Willie's farm. Now, John
Oh, he
Luke,
got wet? He got
What?
married. John Luke got married. Now,
Johnny Luke.
he just graduated out of school when? This May.
College?
Now, how many high school?
No.
So, how many of y'all are that ready to be married? Any of you? Noah,
What?
you that ready to be married?
No, not right
Too young.
None of us in here.
I am.
None of us in here. At 18
I am
and
married
19
to
is
Eric.
ready to be married. Tegan, you ready to be married?
That's awesome.
Some.
Move away from home, have a wife, raise some kids.
You did some.
Tegan's not ready either. Tegan's
what?
just ready for
What?
kindergarten.
From what?
What's she doing?
And he's lucky he's ready for that. Now,
Where is she? Go get her. Go get her.
let me ask a question. Do you guys think? I'm gonna ask the guys first. Do you guys think that a young man at the age of 19 is ready to be married?
Depending.
Huh?
Depending.
Depending. All right, let me rephrase the question. Do we think a young man at 19 can stay married?
Sticker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, don't throw it back on the floor.
Now, girls, what do y'all think?
No.
18-year-old girl, is she ready to be married?
Heck no.
You guessing, and you was wrong.
Yeah, that's the
You
point.
was
She
wrong.
was right.
Oh, there you go.
You was wrong.
He said, we got a yes over there for you.
No, we don't.
It was
I did not say yes.
Now,
It stinks. I just smell fart. No.
let me ask another
Is
question.
the
Do
camera-
y'all think that at 18 and
Camera stick?
19 years old that they have any clue what to expect?
No.
I guess they could learn about it.
Gotta be willing to learn.
Those
Now,
kids
I just want to
just
go
Bye.
ask people if they want to have
one of the things that Willie said
I'm
was,
not scared of them.
marriage is like a house.
I'm scared of
Marriage
you.
is like a house.
What does that mean?
We're gonna find out.
It's not good.
Now, how many of us have heard the parable of the house? One dude built his house on sinking sand, and what happened to it? No,
It sank.
It's saying
it sank. Other guy built his on what?
a rock.
A rock,
And it stood.
and it stood. Now,
Yeah.
do we think that we can build a relationship on a solid foundation and it will stand. Yes? You think so, Dalton? What do you think, Britt? Build a relationship on a solid rock, can it stand?
Yeah. If you
Okay.
communicate,
Well, not necessarily. What if the rock breaks?
the
What if
rocks
the
don't
rock
break.
breaks?
Rocks
Now,
don't break, they
Yes, they
shatter.
do we think,
He didn't think it would be a sand rock.
this is something I'm gonna ask you. With all the earthquakes you think that we've been having around Oklahoma, do you think that those are gonna shake up some marriages?
Yeah.
Yes.
Think those can shake the rocks up?
Because it's society.
Because of society?
What?
Let me ask this, Autumn,
Boy.
since you said that. Why do you think
Boy.
society should really dictate how your relationship goes?
Boing.
It shouldn't, but it does sometimes.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Smile.
Okay,
People shouldn't care what other people think, but they do anyway.
okay.
Well, what people think, they shouldn't be judging.
They shouldn't be judging. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Now, usually the first naysayers are the ones that are having a hard time themselves. Now, let's take a look at years of marriage that they've had. Jeff
What are you looking
and
at?
Jessica have been married over,
It's the...
yeah. Jeff and Jessica have been married over 10 years. Now, how many of you that have parents or family members that have been married over 10 years? Okay. Danny and I have been married
Seems cracking.
10 years.
Huh?
The pot's cracking?
Yep.
Oh, it got so cold. In our experiment, we did an experiment with dry ice and hot water.
The pot's cracking? I think so.
And it got so cold,
Frozen on the bottom.
it got so cold that it's starting to crack the
It's
aluminum.
freezing on the bottom. Like the whole bottom of the water is frozen
Now,
solid.
Let me ask this question.
Life is like
Do
a
y'all
box
think
of
that a marriage can get so cold that it'll break apart?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay,
My parents are divorced.
okay. Now, anybody else that have divorced parents in here? Okay. Couple of us do.
Does it count if they were ever married?
No,
Okay.
no, because that'll be another question too. Because that brings me to an amazing point. Autumn.
Huh?
That brings me to an amazing point. Yesterday, somebody sent me a picture of a cute little girl with tears in her eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And today, on the first day of school, or yesterday on the first day of school, she was supposed to go to school, and it was going to be Daddy's Day. And her mom said, no, let's not go. I don't think you should go. She's like, I'm going. I'm not ashamed. I'm going. And all the other dads and all the other kids are standing up there. Most of them have their dads up front. She doesn't have one. Couple of boys in her classroom go, well, I bet she don't even have a dad. Then some other kid was gonna be real mean and go, well, I bet she don't even know who her dad is. She's like, waited till her turn. She said, oh yes, I know who my dad is. And my dad used to take me to eat ice cream. My dad used to tuck me in bed every night. My dad loved me, and he cared about me, and he would be here with me right now if he could. And she said, I'm proud of my dad. He had a good, honest job, and he worked hard. And finally, one of the other dads goes, you're so proud of your dad. What did he do? And she said, I lost my dad last year in Afghanistan in a roadside car bombing. And she said, I'm going to close my eyes. I want all you guys to close your eyes. And when she did, she could see her dad. And she said, I don't know what you see, but I see him standing right here with me. Now, some of us may or may not be lucky enough to have our dads here with us. Some of us may not have any control over the situation. Some of us would be with our dad if we could. And I kind of understood how that little girl might feel, huh, Brittany? I understood extremely well. Now, here's what I do know. No matter what school event we go to with you, or your mom goes there to with you, your dad's still there. And I'm going to tell you something else that I know. Not everybody's smart enough to see him. Not everybody's smart enough to know where he's at. He don't take up as much room in the seats as he used to take, but he's still there. And he's still watching you, and he's still cheering you on, or whatever Brandon's doing, he's still watching you all and cheering you on. Would you agree with that? I promise you this, the events that we did while we were down at church camp, he was there, he was cheering you on, he wanted you to do good. Now, I wanted to wear my sombrero tonight. This is a heavy hat. This hat probably weighs over 10 pounds. It's heavy. Not easy to wear, but I wore it all the way back from the first mission trip that we went on. And it's fur, it's hard. This part inside is made of plastic. It's hard. Now, one thing it won't do, if you're wearing this hat outside in the rain, it will not, your head and your ears will not get wet.
The hat will get wet.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but the hat will get wet.
Hat will, but it'll hold water. Now, what keeps our marriages in today's world from holding water?
The roughs go like this on the house. And the water runs down.
Okay, water runs down, you know, the roof ain't straight. Do you think a lot of our marriages aren't built on level ground? Is that what you're saying, maybe, Noah? Not built on level ground?
Yeah, that could work too.
Okay. Now, Haley, how long have your grandma and grandpa been married?
Before I was born,
Before you were born?
I think 20 years.
Okay, 20 years. Danny and I have been married 10 years. Y'all think we've had some hard times?
Yes.
Okay.
Most marriages do go through it a time or two.
In the first year of our marriage, before we were married, we were taking care of Danny's mom and brother, living in the house with us. Now, how easy do y'all think that was? Not easy at all. And in the first 5 years of our marriage, we had her best friend living with us at one time, my wife's best friend and later on ex-husband living with us. We had one of our rodeo families living with us lost their house. We had 15 godchildren at the same time who were always in and out of our house. I'll never forget shortly after we got married, and Danny knew how many godchildren we had before we got married. She's like, what happens if something happens to Sam and Clara and Stephen and Jay and Dana and Jenny and Robin and Troy, and what if something happens to them all at once? I said, well, I guess we'll have 15 kids in our house to take care of. What if something happens to Shelley? Well, we've been married long enough now that some of our kids have already moved away from home, have their own houses. My niece Ashley has a husband and 3 children. My goddaughter Kaylee has her own house and a fiance, and within the next year going to be married. I have several others contemplating marriage. So why aren't you guys thinking about marriage?
I'm good right now.
Because we're young and wild and free, said my goddaughter Brittany, and that's exactly why I said you can get married when you're 62.
But that will be the one rule I will always break.
Okay. Now, Amber, why aren't you thinking about marriage?
We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
I'm not ready for it. Okay,
We're living
honey?
young, wild, and free.
I never even thought of giving it a thought.
Never given it a thought. Dalton, weren't you thinking of marriage?
I have,
Nah,
No.
nah.
hey,
Yeah.
because we haven't found
I may be
Because
17,
you haven't.
but that ain't
All right,
nothing.
now Brittany brought something up important. You haven't found that
so my
person.
last one wasn't important.
Now, before we go back to Brittany's, before we go back to Brittany's answer, Summer, thinking about getting married?
Huh?
Thinking about getting married?
Not till I'm older.
Not till you're older, got any plans made up for it or anything?
Yes, I know exactly what my wedding's gonna be like.
Okay.
Oh, of course you do. I'm worried it's not gonna change at all. No.
I know exactly
I know-
what my wedding's gonna be like.
Yes, I want my cake to be Oreo flavored. And my dress is
Okay.
gonna be black and white and
That is
sparkly.
such a good idea.
Okay.
We are gonna
Okay.
do that.
Oreo flavored cake.
Oh,
This is on video, ma'am.
yeah, you're gonna be on video. So, okay.
Well, edit that part out.
Now, Autumn,
Yes?
you thinking about marriage?
No.
All the time.
She's
No,
13.
all the time.
Every day.
I'm
Every
married
day.
to
Dog. I love my dog.
I'm married to food.
didn't know that counted.
I'm married to food.
Okay. Well,
Don't let me
and we're not talking about I love my dog
Oh, I got
and
Snapchat.
we're going down to the justice of the peace and marry our dog tomorrow.
See you.
And I like what Noah said. I'm thinking about it every day because that is where we're going. Noah, you came up with the correct answer of the day.
Do I win something?
What was
You
his
win
answer?
prize.
Do I get
Ding
something?
ding ding, a bag of mini
Oh
Oreos.
no, that's not. But my
Dude,
birthday's
you
Monday.
have to give her those.
Okay,
Dude. She
I'll
loves
give you
Oreos.
a bag of Fritos. How
If you
about
come
that?
to church next time,
Who, me?
people will bring you a
I'll
Oreo.
give her a
plate.
bag of Fritos.
Can I just have a cookie?
No,
cake?
we need
Hey,
cherries.
hang on.
I'll buy you a cookie cake.
Hang
Cherries.
on.
Pie.
Time out. Noah had the right answer because you kids should be thinking about
Don't put it on.
marriage every single day.
I think about college every day.
Thinking about college every day.
Think
That's
about
good.
marriage, school, work. Well, that's about it.
There's a lot of things that,
That's what pops into my mind. That
Hey.
pops into my mind quite a bit.
there's a lot
Hey,
of
Mark,
things.
I do want to say something.
Hang on. Let me finish this thought before you go into the next thought. The reason Dalton got this right is because y'all should be thinking of it every day. Because from this
So,
day
you want me to
forward,
give it to K-Bar?
What?
Put it in your office?
from this day forward,
It can just sit there. It should be okay. If you want to sit it down on the floor.
I want all you guys to see it, Miss Sherry. I want all you quiet. From this day forward, I need all you guys praying for the person you're going to marry.
I don't know who I'm gonna marry.
No, you don't. So that's who you're praying for.
Someone.
What
And
do you
here's-
say?
Quiet. And here's what you're going to pray. That God prepares your mate
K-Bar,
for you.
I know a lot of thoughts in us teenagers' minds is intimacy. I know that's in most of our minds.
What?
Somewhere.
Intimacy.
What?
Intimacy.
Sex?
Hey,
That's a bad word.
What is that?
let me
What you said.
hang on.
It says it in the Bible, though.
Before we go very far with that topic, y'all need to realize that God created that for married people.
Yep.
Yeah, and so you can have
And
babies.
try to save it.
Quiet.
That-
Stuck in the same.
Hang on, Miss Marcy.
Did you?
Hey, you're gonna break that.
Quiet.
Hey,
He's
you're on
sitting
camera.
on the wood.
And here's what else you need to know. If you have had sex with your boyfriend or girlfriend before you get married, you don't have anything to give them once you have gotten married.
What do you mean by that?
You should have something sacred to give each other on your wedding night.
Send it all your love and attention.
All of your love and attention
But you know, like,
ain't gonna happen once that's happened.
Alright,
Yes.
so my aunt and uncle and my two cousins, they had a double wedding a while back ago, and my dad pulled this trick on everybody, and he was going out giving out chiclet bubble gum, but it really wasn't chiclet bubble gum, it was X-Lax and chiclet bubble gum packages.
ah,
Wow, nice.
They all ate like 6 pieces of it.
that sucks.
Nice.
I don't
That's-
understand
that's
it. What
horrible.
is that?
You know,
X-Lax,
Now,
X-Lax makes you diarrhea.
what I want to
that's
do
so
now,
Oh, Alexa?
and I want you guys to think about what I said, because how many times before we talked about just say no. It's easy, anybody can do it. We're going to the book of Romans,
Mm.
chapter
Bob.
8, verse
Okay.
24.
We need a bubble.
We are
Okay, Bob.
saved by trusting, and trusting means looking forward to getting something we don't yet have.
Okay.
For a man who has already has something and doesn't need hope and trust, he will get it.
Why is your hat
But
like
we
that?
must keep trusting God for something that hasn't happened yet. It teaches us to wait patiently and confidently. We're in Romans chapter 8, verses 20, 24 and 25 is what I just read. Now, what did it say to do? Wait patiently and confidently. Now, here's what I want y'all to understand. I started praying for my wife when I was 13 years old. And I didn't get married until I was 40. What's that mean? 27 years. Now, do you think I got discouraged sometimes?
Huh?
Because God hadn't answered my prayer in 27 years, Amber. Think I was discouraged?
Eight.
All right, what do you think? You think I was?
That's his God.
You think I was discouraged, Dalton?
No, she was
Huh?
to him.
27 years.
I'm sorry, I can't concentrate with her
Yeah.
trying to make us read.
What?
Miss Marcy, grab a seat over there. did get discouraged in 27 years. And in part of my discouragement, the reason why I tell you to say no is because I was married once before I found Danny. And that wasn't the right girl. And I think that had we never been intimate before we were married, that relationship would have went a lot differently. This went bad. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Well, I feel
Now-
like maybe you wouldn't have something to look forward to.
There
What?
you go. You have so, if you have not,
Always treat
Then
your lady
yes.
right, and she'll treat you right.
you have something to look forward to. And if you can treat each other, and you're right about that, Dalton, if you can treat each other right before that, after that, it's only going to be better. After you get married, it's only going to be better because God made it for you and for married people. He made it to be enjoyed for married people. Now, here's what happens. To girls. Once you give up a part of yourself, you can never get it back.
Well, you can get what is it called?
Hang on.
Reimbursed?
There he is.
That's where you get paid back.
This.
Hang on.
See.
But part of your, hey,
Oh.
part of what's going on with you is part of you will always be with that first person that you were with. Part of your heart. Even if you've had children, even if that person turned out to be lousy and doesn't help you out and left you holding an empty sack, part of you is always going to like that guy. Here's what I am trying to encourage. That you save yourself or the person that you're married to so you have something sacred that you can give that person. Now, I know that not only inside this building, but outside of this building, there are young men and young ladies that have already done what adults should be doing. Married adults. And I'm not saying that instantly makes you an adult because you've done that, because it don't. The next level that I want to get into is I want you guys to be preparing for the spouse that God has for you. And I want you to know and understand these things and be able to build that relationship upon solid rock. Because here's the truth. If a guy really loves you, he'll wait. If a girl really loves you, she'll wait.
I'm waiting. Wait, why am I waiting?
Keep the pennies up.
He doesn't wear pennies.
You too.
Quiet.
I don't wear pennies either.
Quiet.
I think we can
Hey,
I'm wearing
quiet.
some skin tights though.
I had to say it, Kevlar.
Quiet, everybody.
Don't wear
Because here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to be able to look around at each other and not be ashamed.
so ashamed of you.
Now,
ashamed of you.
check out this really cool sombrero.
I'm just ashamed of all of
Huh?
Can I
them.
wear,
Ashamed of all of them.
if you get to wear that, can I wear
Check out this. I'm gonna pass it off here.
If I
to
wear
you.
panties to church, I
Quiet.
think I'll be center.
Check out.
Sinners are winners.
Check out this set. Now, what can you not really see? when
Your
I sit like
eyeballs.
this? My eyes. Now, I've done a lot of things that I'm ashamed of. And one of them was not waiting with my wife, my first wife, until we got married. And that's one thing that Danny and I talked about. Now, this year we've been married 10 years,
Really?
and
Oh, no. Been that long?
we talked about sex beforehand, and we didn't have it, and we decided we weren't going to.
I tell you.
Now, have I had some girlfriends that I did not have sex with? A lot. You don't have to.
Same
You
here,
don't have
K-Bar.
to do that kind of
Sadly.
thing. Now, one of my and I'm gonna put this out there. One of my best friend's mom one time told me, she said, I don't want you to go out with this certain girl. This certain girl lived in the cul-de-sac where your great-grandparents lived and my mom lived. And she didn't want me to go out with her. She wouldn't tell me why in the beginning, but she didn't. And I'd had to work all that day, so I was extremely tired. We had planned on going back to my house and watching movies.
Now I know what that means, K-Bar.
Watching Finding
Oh,
Nemo.
yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Nemo
Get
always
their
Finding
panties up.
Nemo.
Netflix.
Watching Finding Nemo.